So, welcome to another edition of Open for Business. Today's guest is Elena Ford. She is founder and COO of Datacom, SC Datacom. And I want to jump right in and just thank you for helping the small businesses on the Bull Street corridor in Savannah, Georgia. You own a data security company. Tell me what you're doing to help the Savannah businesses.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, Marjorie. SC Datacom is a physical security provider. What that means in plain speak is we specialize in technologies that keep people safe. So cameras, access control, burglar alarms, you name it. And what we're looking at launching on Bull Street, we're calling the Safe City Initiative. And it is a somewhat accelerated pilot of a program we've been cooking up for several months now, which is basically a Bull Street wide surveillance program intended to be powered by small business for small business. That area is booming and hopefully will continue to boom after Corona has, left its wake. And as businesses are flocking to that area, crime is unfortunately following. So we would like to put up high quality Department of Defense grade security cameras to help protect businesses in that area. Now, cameras of that quality are at a price point that's not tenable to a small business. They
Right now.
Well, yeah, especially right now, right? But we already have the technology. We had intended on rolling out a pilot program, and we figure it costs the exact same sitting on our shelves as it does potentially deployed, where it can do some good. So what we're going to do is put up these 6 cameras that we had already purchased for our pilot program and cover as many businesses as possible, particularly on those storefronts that are made out of glass, and business owners, largely retail and restaurants, are going to have to leave those offices vacant. Just potentially susceptible to all kinds of things. And the last thing a retail establishment or a restaurant needs to do is pay for a new glass window on top of being out of work and, having to make all of the cutbacks they've had to over the last week and will continue to do.
So Elena, where will the first camera or first cameras go? And how did you decide on that?
So we have a local partner here called Sumitsu, who I think you're familiar with. Sam was on your show, who are great. And they have offered graciously to let us put 2 cameras on the front of their facility. Those 2 cameras combined will offer coverage to a total of 9 businesses. We're also going to visit the Wormhole tomorrow to talk to the owner about putting a camera on the corner of their facility. And that would cover back in the day bakery, the record store, some of those apartments there, as well as Chowdel's next door.
So you're actually offering this service for free, right?
Yes, totally free. So we are adapting our system a little bit in order to roll it out quickly. So we had planned a direct fiber connection, and we can get into the why of that at a later date. But what we're going to be doing now is simply putting them on the local internet network of the host business, and putting them on a DNS server that all of the businesses that are participating will be able to log in securely and remote view a live stream of that footage that's covering their business. That way they'll just be able to check in and make sure, okay, everything's intact, lights are still off, everything's good, which is mostly just to provide peace of mind. I know personally I would feel better having that. I do feel better having that access on my phone. And in the event that there is some kind of nefarious action, which hopefully there isn't, but if there is, these cameras are high quality cameras that will provide a high enough quality image at a high enough resolution to hopefully be able to better identify the suspects or be used in prosecuting criminals. They will be recording with the same quality at night. They're all infrared cameras. and our servers will be recording that footage up to 30 days. So if there is an incident, we will make it absolutely available to Savannah PD, as well as a copy to the business owners. They can use it with whatever legal action or insurance they need.
So statistics show that if there is a camera up on buildings, there's a less likely chance that.
So that's a really good point. People are smart, right? So a just security camera itself is not as powerful a tool as a security system. So the idea behind this is modeled after citywide surveillance programs that have been put on in other cities, most notably Detroit with Project Greenlight. Also, Chicago had a bunch of success putting them in local business corridors. So a concentrated area of cameras that are highly visible so that criminals know that they're being monitored and know that they're high enough quality to be able to capture their face is a real deterrent, but especially when you couple it with good lighting and lots of signage. So we're actually partnered with Diane over at Advertising Specialty Services. It's important to us to use all local vendors for this. And she is getting us some signs printed up that will say, this is a safe city. And we're going to encourage all of our participants as well as neighboring businesses to display that signage prominently in all of their windows. It will be provided totally free to let everyone in that area know, well-meaning or ill-meaning, that this is a safe city corridor. This area is being watched. Crime will be prosecuted, and these businesses are coming back, so leave them be.
Elena, that is just huge leadership to take this initiative, and it couldn't come at a better time. So you have a few more cameras that you'll be putting up somewhere. How are you going to determine where you're going to put up those free cameras?
So we have, this is what we do. So we have picked a couple of areas that we think would provide the best visibility to as many businesses as possible. But we have picked, like I said, the location for the first 3. I would love community input on the next 3. Bull Street is a great location because all of the businesses are kind of lined up flat next to each other. So we can, really hit multiple places with one camera. But I'm happy to help where it needs help. So I'm taking some community input on who's interested in this program, who thinks that they can benefit from this program, who maybe doesn't have a surveillance system in place and could use some extra coverage. A lot of people don't invest in cameras, and we want to be able to help as many people as we can.
So how many more free cameras do you have available, and for how long is the service free?
So we have a total of 6 cameras available. We have 3 allocated now, so we have 3 more to decide where to go. And the service is going to be running free through the duration of our government mandated shutdowns. My hope is that that will not be too long. But I'm saying 30 days for now. We will continue to adjust as we need to. It's the beautiful thing about small business is that we're agile and we can kind of decide what we can do and how we're going to do it. And the decision starts here. So yeah, we will adjust as we need to.
Elena, can you tell our viewers, can you share with us your background and how long you've been in business and what kind of clients you're already currently working with?
Yeah, absolutely. So SC Datacom has been in business for 7 years. I started it in 2013 after I graduated. Can't find a job, make a job. About 2 years later, my mother, who's retired military, joined us, and we've been running it 50-50 partners ever since. We do a lot of work with the hospitals here in town, Georgia Port Authority, various small businesses around town. We also do a lot of work for the federal government. So we do a lot of work with DOD, especially Department of the Air Force and Department of the Army. And our largest customer is the Department of Veterans Affairs. We've done security installations for them all over the United States. I think we've had over 20 awards now for various federal customers.
That is fantastic. So, I guess the next thing is, if somebody's interested in getting one of these free cameras, how do they reach out to you?
So the best way is going to be our website. I've set up safecitysav.com, safecitysav.com, and they can click through the various buttons on there to fill out information and get to me. They can also email support@safecitysav.com. Let us know that they're interested either in having coverage or in being a host. Both of those are great information. We're trying to help as many people as we can, and it really is a community effort. If you think that your business is across the street from multiple businesses, that means that you could potentially be a good host, because the camera we put on you will provide coverage to the people across the street. It's not about helping yourself with a single camera, it's about helping your neighbors and your community around you.
Can you go over which businesses will be covered on the cameras that you've already selected?
So Sam's at Smitsu, the camera that we're placing on the front of that building, which is directly looking at Bull Street, will cover Henny Penny, Laterra, Kelly Temple Day Spa, and Bocce's Grill, as well as the parking lot of Bull Street Taco. The corner that we're putting on, or the corner camera on Sam's building, will be looking more directly at Bull Street Taco, the two businesses next door, as well as providing coverage for Wolfgang Bakery. The camera at the Wormhole will not only be providing coverage to that parking lot and Chaudell's, but also to Back in the Day Bakery, the record store, and going over into DeSoto.
Well, thank you so much for stepping up to the call and letting me know about this wonderful service that you're offering, so I can help share it to the small business community. These times are unprecedented.
They are. It's really crazy. It's scary for all of us. Savannah is very unique. It has a very special flavor, and that is due to the individuality of all of these amazing entrepreneurs that have these very cool businesses, and a lot of them are retail and restaurants, and I really feel for them on an individual basis, and for our city as a whole. I'm worried about what's going to happen, and I think it's important as a member of the Savannah community, and especially as a small business community, to just help in any way that I can. I've seen a lot of other amazing businesses do that. Bull Street Tacos providing tacos to healthcare, and Savannah Aerials is giving away some of their profits to help local charities that are offering food to families. And I just think we're really banding together, and if we continue to do that, we'll get through this.
Yeah, we will. Well, thank you again for being on Open for Business, and good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate the help. Bye.
Yeah.